October 7th, 2025, and we are doing the first reading for the budget on Clay City Town. It is the first reading for the budget for 2026. We have a copy up here if anybody wants to look at it. I think we have all gone through it. Do you have any questions or concerns?
I don't have any questions on it. It's
Well,
pretty straightforward.
Tim, do you have questions or concerns?
Yeah, in one of our previous meetings, we discussed, how long we could continue to pay police
Yes.
for 2 years, is that correct?
No.
So the public,
Let me do this. Okay. Right now, we have $50,000 approximately in our white fund. This year, we're going to get $50,000 to add to that. So that is the public safety fund that's got to run us through this year.
Well, I guess my question is, can we guarantee the jobs for the next year or two?
We can't guarantee, no. The answer is just no, we can't. What do you think?
The money's not there.
It's not gonna be feasible. If we cut out.
Is this a good time to discuss that? with
This
them?
is what this is for. It's for the budget. So if we can cut out, some of the fees and insurances and that kind of stuff, we could possibly have a full-time, marshal or police person. But we would have to cut out, I don't know what they're called. What is it called when you guys get on the radio and look somebody up?
Oh, the CAD system?
Yeah. How much is that a year, you know?
4,000.
Yeah, see,
It's
That
a little,
was-
it's a little more than stuff.
huh?
It's a little bit more than just.
Yeah, we don't
stuff.
do that part of it. We use it actually to communicate with dispatch.
That's what ties us to dispatch. I
And-
guess if we're not gonna be here, they don't really need that either though.
And our reports too.
So what's
Well, we're
the,
trying to figure out how to make this money stretch and not do away with. I don't know. I'm open for ideas. You?
well, I think we'll
Well,
straight shoot with the boys with,
I did. Terry came to me and asked me, and I told him what was happening, and
so we won't have a police force in Clay City.
no, I don't think that we need to give up the police force. I don't think we need, I'm
How are we gonna
saying,
pay their salaries?
we can afford to pay one, we can't afford to pay two, plus the reserve stuff and all, like, in
Fire
front of you,
department.
all of the stuff that's on there, that's what she's saying.
Unfortunately, she's right. It would have to be one. And I don't like it any more than anybody else. I don't wanna go backwards, but I don't know where we would get the funds to support it if we don't do something different. I mean, if they cut out, if we get 50,000 this year and 50,000 next year and nothing the next year, then I don't know what we're gonna do then. But they're talking about 50,000 on Lloyd and 100,000 on,
150.
150 on top of that?
So they're taking away $50,000 for our Lloyd public safety, and then 150
in 27.
2027, yes.
Yes,
And then $150,000 total for our Lloyd certified shares.
and that's the tax. They're gonna do away with, they're talking about doing away with taxing social security and taxing, making us give up income tax.
We're 100% sure this is what's gonna go down. We're not just taking Sarah's word off, I think she's heard. This is for sure that
This
way.
is for sure. You can listen and ask her. It's,
It's
she's,
awesome.
yeah, I know,
Worked our
I know.
Tear it down, tear it down.
I don't know, Terry, we'll work with, but we have to figure out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Doesn't sound like there's a way to figure it out. I mean,
No,
what's all the other towns, like, that's in the same boat doing?
well, Brazil is laying off 6 officers and 6 firemen, so.
I mean, the state's telling all of us to cut
Which is
back.
no fun and games till the house is on fire and you ain't got the people to put it out, or,
Mhm.
And I only
Somebody
know
does
that
this.
because Karen said it.
right, but, I mean, it's just crazy that there's nothing out there that,
It's,
I mean, that-
they're for bigger cities, and then the smaller towns like us is who's paying for it. So bigger cities is getting bigger budgets for schools and for infrastructure, and their police departments aren't getting cut. It's the towns that are under 3,500 that are the ones being just completely cut out. And this isn't me saying that, that state,
Right.
that is the bill that they passed. They signed it. Now, I mean,
It's
so you
going
guys need to
back to,
annex out bigger and
it's
then
going
bring
back
in
to
the population.
legislation because one of the
the bill has
officers.
passed or the bill is trying to pass?
the bill has
It
passed. It goes,
one, and it has to pass the second one,
So it hasn't passed everything then?
not yet. But it could take the 2
So it could
years
still
to
die in the Senate, but yet we're gonna kill people off right now.
No,
Seems like kind of a,
we have enough to operate till the end of the year, but then I don't know what we're gonna do after.
well, then, working off the old budget till July, so is that the end of the year you're talking about?
No,
Because the fiscal year don't have nothing to do with that. The budget's from February, or July to July, right?
yes, but we have overspent. We are in the hole $400,000. There's no way, like, we just are with everything that's happened with pipes and all that stuff. We're in the hole $400,000. Getting this money allocated was a fight.
What money, the current budget we're operating off of?
Yes, they're still wanting us to cut. They look at what we're spending versus what we're in the hole, and they can choose to cut us even more.
I need you guys to talk and say your opinions.
Well, I thought I understood from the last meeting that we were good for at least a year or two. And then we'll see what happens if we regain any money from the deal with the past secretary, if that ever comes to fruition, or, you know,
Okay, but you know, our last 2 clerks have paid everything out of general and never categorized any expenditures. They didn't come out of the right funds, and that's why we're having a mess trying to figure out what went where and who got what and what was paid from who and all of that stuff. So you can't operate on 2 years like you're saying with that amount of money and keep that in line. Do you know what I mean?
well, I thought I guess I misunderstood what was going on then last time. But, we just can't not have a police force in Clay City.
I know that.
there's no body up in the Capitol that can do anything?
I'm writing letters. That's what State Board of Accounts suggested that we do. That's what, our state representative said that we can do to plead with them to repeal it, but it's,
Well, I wouldn't
Me,
waste my
just-
time.
just
Right,
me's not going to do
Bob
it. It's gonna
Heaton
have to be
anything.
all of the small towns banding together saying, hey, like, this is gonna kill us. Residents are expected to save around $300 to $400 on their property taxes. And that cuts out ultimately it cuts out $200,000 from small towns. Specifically, that's our number, 200,000. And there's talk about cities putting in their own lit fees and stuff like that, or I can't remember the wordage, but there's talk about counties being able to do that, but then the county allocates what piece of the pie we would even get, even if they did do that. And that's still looking at like 2027.
And nobody wants to pay more.
Well, so when's we're gonna flip a coin or give a final notice of what?
I don't know, Tim, that's why I'm asking you guys.
Well, I think we ought to go up and protest all the damn Republicans and all their damn budget cuts all the way from the Trump MAGA assholes all the way down. Cause that's what we're dealing with. Budget cuts.
No, you're on film.
I don't give a damn if I'm on camera.
Okay.
That's my opinion and I'm never gonna change it. They don't care about the livelihood of people and it just pisses me off.
I don't know much about any of it either, other than some information I've gotten is basically calling it a restructure, and that law enforcement, school resources, and military will become the primary priority. So I don't understand, is it possible that money will come to us another way? That's what they kind of say. That's why a lot of agencies aren't as worried about it as some.
No, look,
They-
now that if you
But I
join
think-
ICE, they'll give you $50,000.
But I think,
Sign up.
like what Sarah's saying, is that there's probably this cutoff of the size of town you are, and then that is usually what happens, is small towns suffer as the bigger town prospers.
And that's not coming from me specifically. I'm not making that stuff up. That's part of the bill. I have been in
I didn't
meetings
say
after
it was.
meetings and I've watched.
I know where it's coming from. I've unfortunately.
Well, I just wanted to be clear that it's not coming from me and hearsay. It is in the bill that, I mean, we've been studying this. I've been spending all of my time
Well,
trying to find the loopholes and
if
trying
they
to find the
gotta go,
money.
I'm gonna retire. Immediately. So that's my position.
Well, the problem is, we're stuck with a budget that doesn't cover the stuff. So what are you gonna do? You gonna pay for it out of your own pocket? I mean, that's what it comes down to. The money has to come from somewhere. If it ain't in our budget, what choice do you have? I mean, it's not an easy decision,
Well, I understand that, but
but that's what we got elected for, is to make decisions, I guess.
I
Well,
did,
let me
I
ask
made
you
a
a question.
decision.
So is that like getting rid of, the reserves and the extra vehicle, that won't even change the amount of money to keep?
We keep
Moto?
throwing this reserve thing out there, that
I'm
does
not-
not cost us any money.
So-
I know, I'm
reserve-
not saying that, I'm just saying the vehicle and that kind of
So
stuff, is there extra things like that are?
The
supposed
reserve, not to make up the gap that we're talking about. So the reserve insurance, I called Kogenhauer. It was around $1,300 a year for the two, for $1,300 each for the Durangos, and then the Charger, it was $1,600. That covers on and off duty officers, like whether they're driving it for the town, at home, personal, whatever. It's all across the board. That's what it is. There's no price difference. The gas, is are roughly around $800 a month, total, which would be, I'd say probably $300-ish to $400, would be the police department. It's for their share of it. I can get exact amounts. I can pull up all of our dockets and do that stuff, but, that's for all 3 police cruisers. And we don't pay the reserve officers. It's like $1,000 for their conference, right, Terry?
No, it's only like $600 and that's with us in it.
Okay, so it's, the reserves aren't costing us that much.
Well, selling the vehicles is gonna make up that kind of money either.
No, I mean, most of the money is in the salaries and the health. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is.
So as far as the budget's concerned, are we going to change any amount line on any of this? Why do you have joint on here at no cost?
It comes out of the general services. It's the department general services, $77,900. That's what our utilities come out of because we split them.
Okay.
I thought joint was free because then,
Uh-huh.
no.
We
they're not?
have certain buildings that are,
Oh.
workers' comp. Is this the one that's going down?
It will go down. I asked Hogan Howard if they had any idea. She said she didn't know. She'd have to shop us out. She can't shop us out until it's closer to time, which would be around February, March. And it was Marcy that I'd spoken to with Hogan Howard.
So I got this right, 523,925 is, 26 budget is,
For everything.
and all we're gonna get in is 277,433.
Yeah.
Okay. So that don't work.
Okay, can we take a vote on this budget if we're not gonna change anything on it? We need a motion to accept it for the first reading.
I'll make a motion to accept the first reading for the budget.
Tim,
You can make a motion if you want.
he did. You wanna second it?
You can second it if you want.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Alright,
Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Well, you'll have to call the state, cause I don't know if that, I think it had to be unanimous.
It did.
Well, unless there's any questions from the audience or anybody else, we don't have any further budget information to go over. If anybody wants to look at it, there's a copy right here. You're welcome to look at it, just don't take it out. If you want a copy, we'll make you one. And then we'll have our meeting at 6. Did you tag the police department in this? Krista?
No, I printed it. I literally just printed it.
That's a lot to print.
You know Krista Dayhoff has a beauty shop? She sent this in. It's a 10-page.
Oh, is this about
Hello?
the crossing guard?
Hey.
On the Hampshire can't afford a shopping cart.
I don't understand.
3.
I know.
I don't understand